We are back on the Twitter takeover news trail, and things are hotting up as it comes up to the time for Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter to either complete or collapse. He has all the data he wants after they finally gave it to him, and things are moving forward. In fact, he held an all-hands meeting yesterday with all Twitter employees so they could screech at him in their blue hair dye language, and we are going to be watching the full leaked meeting in a live stream tomorrow on this channel in a belated 4,000 subscriber celebration stream. So keep an eye out for a notification of that. But if you're not a Twitter worker made of soy, you should consider subscribing if you like this video. That'd be cool here. Now, Elon went over some stuff in the meeting, hilariously saying in particular, if you aren't an exceptional employee, there is no chance of you working remotely, which I'm sure terrified the bone-idle ideologues that seem to be the entirety of Twitter staff. But he also made a lot of sense, like that Twitter shouldn't be trying to push a narrative, which I imagine was quite the change from the orders coming down from the top previously, and he thinks that everyone should be allowed to have a voice within the bounds of the law, which is obviously dangerous misinformation. In a flourishing leftist organization, only the government is allowed a voice. Does this man know nothing? But thankfully, there is a supremely based Chad King working at Twitter who is just leaking everything these doofuses say. So not only do we have the full all-hands meeting, we also have the Twitter pronouns completely losing their minds during the meeting in their employees' Slack messaging channel. So Elon Musk was asked about his political views during the meeting because obviously the most appropriate thing to do in a corporate meeting about the company is asking the new boss what politics he's into. Elon replied that he was a moderate, which is about right, I'd say. He isn't right or left. You know, he's like a normal person who just looks at things and decides what they think without wondering whether this aligns with an ideology they've decided to adopt. Obviously, the screeching starts off pretty bad straight away, but some people didn't approve of this question and said who he votes for has nothing to do with anyone. But this is a group full of Twitter employees, so they're insane narcissists. So Jessica Pan retorts back that it does matter when the person he votes for directly hurts her. Remember guys, it's all about her. Twitter's multi-billion-dollar takeover is entirely about Jessica. This is how these people think. Now remember, throughout this meeting, Musk keeps on explaining Twitter going forward is going to allow everyone to have a voice, extremely different to how it is now, where only the left and their government parents get a voice, which is a very moderate view, I think. It's being right in the middle. But Twitter employee Jana Gantz thinks being in favor of free speech is certainly not moderate, and she would know. She is a moderate, and anyone right to the side of Mao should not be allowed to have a voice at all. That's moderate politics. Thomas Uster here thought old ladies taking selfies with police officers and a guy in a funny hat was terrifying. So this man is clearly producing too much estrogen. Josh Smith is worried about becoming unemployed because Musk said you can't work remotely unless you're an exceptional employee. Josh, buddy, let me give you some advice. If you have to wonder whether you are an exceptional worker, you're not an exceptional worker. Start looking for a job. Then we get to Fahim Adams and Naya Green, two people who are going to be fired immediately as soon as he takes over. Oh yeah, all of the remarks are peppered with people still losing their minds over him saying he was moderate. I mean, who cares what political views your boss has? Just do what he says so long as it's not illegal or unfair. These truly are the most privileged and unbearable people on the planet. No wonder Twitter can't make any money if this is what these idiots worry about. Here's Mark Burrows saying Elon Musk is terrible at Twitter for some reason because he liked the new Top Gun movie. Well, he has nearly 100 million followers, Mark. So what do you actually have to do to become good at Twitter? Oh, and apparently gay people cannot trust Elon Musk. I still don't know why. I've never seen Elon Musk say anything remotely homophobic, so I don't know what they're imagining, but they're leftists, so every slight is completely fabricated in their own mind, I guess. But at least someone is holding space for queer tweeps. Whatever that even means. Tweeps is what cringe named Twitter workers call themselves, by the way. I don't know what holding space means. But then we get to the best part. Elon said the totally horrible dog whistle that is the phrase, all lives matter. You know, when people mean that everyone of all colours and creeds matter and should have a voice and be treated nicely. That idea is disgusting to a leftist. So Matt Bruce femininely squeals, he literally just said all lives matter. And that was followed up by another user with, yikes. I imagine there were plenty of other sites saying, oof, and this ain't it, chief. And many Funko Pops were destroyed in an impotent liberal rage that someone will be so bold as to think everyone on earth matters. It's disgusting. So this is the clearest reason yet why Twitter has never been able to make money. These people are insane. Way too interested in politics instead of doing work. And you can really see why anyone who isn't a fervent leftist is banned almost immediately on Twitter. These people can't even tolerate the person who's going to pay their wages tell them he is moderate politically. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to see more content on this. Thanks, boy.